Blue Lotus, Book 1, Dawn, by Sophia Xiang. Chapter 1, The Prophecy of Grandma Gloria. Dusk Musings, Gloria's Night. Grandma Gloria sat on her spacious veranda, letting an off-the-cuff moment expand into a sense of relaxation. The gentle breeze stirred the hem of her black robe with white embroidery on its neckline and cuffs. She slowly plaited her long silver hair into a bun while looking at the last rays of the sun, gradually retreating from the land, preparing to embrace it again at dawn. The moon slowly ascended, draping the earth in a veil of silvery light. She watched the warmth of greens and yellows freeze into greys and charcoal under the moonlight. Grandma Gloria listened to the nocturnal animals as they made their way to the forests. The hoots of owls perched on the trees, and the rabbits taking cover in their burrows, preparing to sleep. She took a deep breath and reached out to the clay teapot resting on a small rosewood table, pouring herself a cup of tea she had brewed earlier. Her long, slender fingers held the cup as she sipped the Ganoderma tea, which soothed her senses. Grandma Gloria came from a family that belonged to the ancient kingdom of Dairon. She was one of the oldest fairies in Ubi, with a special gift. She could see what others could not. However, her gift came at a price. Every time she conducted a reading, she felt as if she absorbed significant negative energy, leaving her exhausted and emotionally drained. In such situations, a cup of Ganoderma tea from Dr. Iris would help restore her well-being temporarily. It allowed her senses to be put back into order as she relaxed and absorbed her surroundings. She looked at the dark, star-studded sky, studying the constellations that seemed to dance on the celestial stage. Burdened by the weight of her most profound prediction, Grandma Gloria suffered the consequences of absorbing negative energy. Overwhelmed and restless, she sought the guidance of Dr. Iris, who carefully examined her and prescribed a remedy: seclusion. Dr. Iris emphasized the need for long-term care and healing, as Grandma Gloria's well-being required delicate attention. From that point on, Dr. Iris became her sole honored guest, aside from her family. Under Dr. Iris's rejuvenating care, Grandma Gloria's psychosomatic disorders gradually dissipated. However, Dr. Iris advised against resuming her previous life, fearing the strain of her prediction. Recognizing her own limitations, Grandma Gloria embraced her secluded existence, cherishing the tranquility it offered. She diligently recorded her life experiences and profound wisdom in a book written in the ancient and almost extinct fairy language called Thielf. She entrusted this book to the hands of future destined inheritors, awaiting their exploration and preservation. As time slipped away, more than 300 springs came and went, marking the passage of time and the enduring legacy of Grandma Gloria's secluded existence. Ariste's Reminiscence. Ariste woke up shivering, his body drenched in sweat. He hurriedly grabbed a glass of water from his side table and gulped it down in one go. He stood up and opened the window to normalize his slow heart rate and deep breathing. A refreshing puff of breeze awakened his senses and relaxed his breathing. Silently, he watched the dawn pull the curtains of a new day. Aristei had been dreaming of Grandma Gloria for quite some time. Every other day he had the same vision. The people of Ubi had started to forget her and the stories she once told. However, in Aristei's mind, she remained the same and reminded him of the prophecy. Aristei respected Grandma Gloria for her excellent storytelling skills and accurate predictions. Some scholars and researchers had securely archived many of her stories in the snail library. Although not many people found it interesting, it was worth a read. Aristei smiled as he remembered an old limerick. Peng's tofu, Barilla's pasta, Marguerite's cheese, so tasty, ha. Li's song, Yang's music, Iris's herbal medicine, works like magic. Grandma Gloria's predictions, never a faux pas.
Thinking of that, a genuine smile emerged from the depths of Aristei's heart. After getting dressed, he made his way to the kitchen, ready to prepare a delicious meal of grilled, savoury crepes and black tea. Skillfully, he chopped the scallions and cilantro, adding them to the beaten eggs in a large blue bowl. A touch of sweet soybean pastes and a teaspoon of chili sauce were mixed in. With expert hands, he cooked the crepes, waiting patiently for them to curl at the edges. Once cooked, he folded them into perfect squares, arranging them on a pristine white ceramic plate alongside the carefully laid-out cutlery. Pouring himself a cup of tea, he settled into his bamboo chair. As Aristei savoured his breakfast, his gaze wandered out the window, capturing the sight of a small bird perched on a blossoming branch. Its vibrant feathers glinted in the sunlight, and in its beak it held a silver twig. The sight of that twig reminded Aristei of Grandma Gloria's silver hairpin that gracefully secured her bun. Lost in memory, his mind drifted towards Grandma Gloria and the enchanting tales she had shared. Spring whisper, hint of fate. On a day like no other, Grandma Gloria arrived with her granddaughter, Koi. It was the dawn of spring, as the sun claimed its place in the vast blue sky. The air resonated with the melodious songs of the blossoming season, echoing through the land of Ubi. Spotting Aristei beneath the shade of a majestic purple magnolia tree, puffing gently on his pipe, she approached him. Aristei quickly rose to his feet and offered a chair for Grandma Gloria. "Ah, let me feel the softness of the springtime grass," Grandma Gloria declared with a twinkle in her eye, settling onto the lush green foliage. Koi, her granddaughter, nestled beside her, mirroring her contentment. "Seems like I had the same brilliant idea," Aristei chuckled heartily. "So, what delightful wind blew you in our direction today?" "With envy, I must say I'm captivated by your view," Grandma Gloria responded with a playful laugh. "And secondly, I present to you my granddaughter, Koi." Aristei greeted Koi warmly, a broad smile lighting his face. "The famous Koi, the young interpreter. I'm eager to hear what fascinating tale you have up your sleeve today." "Indeed, her tale awaits," Grandma Gloria beamed. "At 3 p.m. sharp, I'll be weaving a story at the UBI Centre. I thought, what better than strolling there with you? Your sage insights always add a sparkle to my thoughts." Aristei's eyes sparkled with excitement. "An honour. I'd be delighted to accompany you."
As two of the earliest settlers in UBI, Aristide and Grandma Gloria played instrumental roles in the city's development. They often sat together, reminiscing about the transformations they had witnessed and the positive changes they had brought about. These conversations, steeped in nostalgia, brought them immense joy and a profound sense of accomplishment. They shared intellectual pursuits, and mutual respect had forged a deep camaraderie between them, cherished by both.
While Aristide and Grandma Gloria bonded over their shared love for knowledge and their dedication to serving Ubians, today was a day with a twist. Grandma Gloria had a different purpose in mind. "So, Koi will be your voice today?" Aristide queried with curiosity. "Exactly," Grandma Gloria nodded. "For the important tales, only the fairy clan language will do. Koi's here to unravel my words for all." Being a fairy, Grandma Gloria possessed mastery over Phi-Elf, an ancient language of fairies. Over the years, people have forgotten it. Only the ancient fairies could speak and comprehend it. Grandma Gloria had taught Koi Phi-Elf since she was a baby, enabling her to become fluent in the language. While Grandma Gloria could converse in the common language, she always delivered her predictions in Phi-Elf, which was one reason why people regarded her last story as a prophecy. "Well then, to the UBI Centre we head. I suspect a crowd of eager ears awaits," Aristide said, rising to his feet with a sprightly step. "Yes, indeed. Let the journey begin," Grandma Gloria replied, her voice tinged with excitement as she stood, Koi by her side.
Star moonrise. Prophecy stirs. They set off toward the UBI Centre, the streets swelling with people, like waves chasing a pastoral melody, chaotic yet filled with anticipation. Along the way, flowering trees swayed, and a gentle breeze carried the mingled scent of blossoms and the laughter of the crowd, weaving a vivid tapestry of life. "It seems everyone is quite curious about today's prophecy," Aristi murmured, a trace of pride in his tone. Grandmother Gloria nodded with a smile, greeting passers-by kindly. "They won't be disappointed. That I can assure you." At the city centre stood a magnificent trident star crystal gate, its arch forged from deep blue star crystal, shimmering faintly as if refined from the depths of night. 3 carved azure birds circled the gate's peak, their wings lifelike, as though ready to take flight at any moment. Shards of coloured glass were inlaid along the seams, scattering glints of light like stardust across the art-filled corridor. Occasionally, a bird's eyes would blink or emit a crisp call, like a guardian's whisper echoing in the wind. They ascended the steps into the grand gallery. Artworks and sculptures by UB's finest artists stood in dignified silence. A crimson carpet unfurled like morning clouds beneath their feet, and balconies and seats lined the walls with regal symmetry, like a palace prepared for celebration. Inside the horseshoe-shaped hall, not a single seat remained unfilled, and even the outer corridors overflowed with eager listeners. Spectators brought along their pets, cats curled in arms, dogs nestled at feet, parrots perched on shoulders, their radiant feathers glowing under candlelight. Warmth and camaraderie flowed through the crowd as they exchanged quiet greetings, creating an atmosphere of unity and peace. Night fell, and the twin moons rose high. Their soft light bathed the land in sacred glow, infusing the air with solemnity. As Grandmother Gloria stepped onto the stage, the noise dissolved like the tide pulling back, replaced by silence. All eyes turned to her. She wore a long black elven robe that shimmered like stars in the night sky. An emerald bracelet adorned her left wrist, and a sapphire-studded hairpin had taken the place of her usual silver one. Her lips were the soft pink of blooming sakura, gentle yet regal, her bearing dignified, sacred, and enigmatic. As she took the stage, Koi quietly stood beside her,
hands folded, eyes focused. Grandmother Gloria spoke, her voice rich and resonant, like a breeze brushing across the surface of a still lake, carrying a rhythm from ancient star realms. Koi translated each sentence, one by one, her voice clear and gentle, repeating the prophecy in the common tongue.
Eons ago, under the watchful gaze of twin moons, an ancient prophecy drifted across the stars. It foretold the birth of an unfathomable being. Its brilliance, dazzling beyond imagination, would seem born of another world, a miracle born from the depths of the infinite cosmos. Its colours reflect the eternal night, embodying a mystery as old as time itself. She paused. Her gaze pierced the dusk, reaching toward distant stars. Jinli closed her eyes briefly, translating that distant vision into shimmering language. Yet this brilliance does not promise peace. It is both gift and trial. Its coming will shatter stillness. Light will clash with shadow, truth with illusion. At the universe's most fragile moment, it will disturb the balance of all things, causing the cosmos itself to tremble. The words rang through the night like chimes, their resonance lingering, stirring hearts. The wind brushed softly across the listeners' faces, as though quietly echoing the prophecy, carrying it into the star-drenched darkness. At that moment, a white cat leapt onto the stage, landing lightly on an 8 immortal table. It gazed at Grandmother Gloria and let out a few soft meows. To everyone's surprise, she replied in cat tongue, her voice hushed and lilting like celestial code, an unspoken conversation far beyond language. When their exchange ended, she gave a slight nod, then turned and descended the stage without another word. The audience was stunned. No one spoke. Only Jinli stepped forward, picking up a single slip of paper left behind. Facing the crowd, her voice calm and clear, she said, "She left nothing more, only asked me to translate this poem as her parting words. Petals fall, no trace remains. Stars dim and night grows deep. Twin moons embrace as dark clouds part, and colours bloom where light shall sweep." At that very moment, the two moons above slowly overlapped, their halos blending in silent response. The air shimmered faintly, and an unspoken frequency seemed to hum across invisible threads, vibrating softly in every soul. Silence held the hall, and only the twin moons bore witness to this symphony of fate. Rain and echo, forgotten verse.
Thus ended Grandmother Gloria's tale. Aristes never heard from her again. The morning after, clouds loomed low. Rain fell in fine, silken threads. He donned a coat, opened an umbrella, and stepped outside, just in time to meet a neighbour heading to the market. They walked together, raindrops tapping gently above, their conversation weaving through the quiet. "Do you still remember Grandmother Gloria?" Aristes asked, his voice rippling like the rain. "How could I forget? She was the embodiment of story," the neighbour replied, eyes shining. Her talent sparkled like the Milky Way. Aristes nodded, memory rising like mist. Her stories were like strings of jewels, 3 days and nights, and never once repeated.
The rain thickened. He tilted the umbrella, shielding his companion from the wind. The neighbour tucked closer beneath the canopy. That spark in her eyes, the way she told her tales. Since she left, it's like time itself has a missing piece. Raindrops fell like tears, like songs. Aristides remained silent, lost in a rain-swept longing. His bond with Gloria had long surpassed words. Now only memory remained. Throughout Ubi, a lingering question remained unanswered. What did her final prophecy truly mean? Rain continued to fall gently, cloaking that question in mist, its answer drifting farther, ever beyond reach. Aristides suddenly halted and turned back. Through the curtain of rain, there was a rhythm, as if it did not belong to this time.